Hello and welcome to Let's Play Pandora First Contact. This is a game that's recently been released and plays a lot like Alpha Centauri. It's the spiritual successor, as some people are calling it. So let's have a look at, we're just going to start a new game, so we'll have a look at who's in what factions you can play as. So you've got Divine Ascension, which is aggressive, so they get a bit more power and not so good at researching. You've also got the Imperium, which are militaristic and resilient, but because their troops are so good, they got a higher unit upkeep. You've got these guys which seem to concentrate more on wealth, so credit production. These guys for industry, but they generate pollution, which can cause some issues with industry. You got these guys, which seem to be ones who prefer to be who like the aliens of the planet, and they're ecological. And then these guys are the science guys, so they get better bonuses from researching. You got a choice of worlds, so you can have quite a lot there. Huge ones seem to be quite a lot. You can choose what the world shape will be, which is quite a useful option. Playing this on medium difficulty, and you've also got a choice of alien aggression. So it starts off with a bunch of aliens on the planet, and this decides if the hives or how fast the hives hatch new xenomorphs. So they hatch at an average speed here. They don't turn hostile straight away, but this means they'll turn hostile reasonably fast, and they're willing to travel a moderate amount of distance from their home territories in order to attack me. And we're playing this at a standard pace. So I'm going to play as the Imperium, because of their militaristic. It's quite useful when the healing rate, also a good bonus. So let's start this off now. I think there's a standard scientific victory, military victory, and diplomatic victory that you see in most games of this ilk of full-time strategy. So I'll just let this play through the intro.
Has reached out to the stars. After decades
so it's kind of a Alpha Centauri story. Come from Earth. And basically, 6 factions try to land on the planet.
Planet in the system has become the symbol for humanity's hopes.
So basically, to escape the pollution and stuff of Earth, they come to a new planet and try to settle it, which is basically in the same vein as Alpha Centauri was, to escape the planet. So if we we'll skip through this for now. So your pod lands here. Basically, you get your information like Civ-esque. As you notice, it's hex based, but good thing about it is it's not like Civ, so you can stack units on each hex. So let's build a city here, right in the middle.
Is what it is, because our
yeah. I got my troops, which I'll send out to explore. Unfortunately, there isn't an auto-explore option, which is a tiny bit annoying, but can be forgiven. You got ruins like you would find in any other type Civ-X game, which give you bonuses. So let's choose our research. The research tree, this is just the first era, so colonization era, sorry, and I think it goes on for a little while after that. I haven't really finished the game yet, so I always find naval transport logistics is good because it allows you to get your troops to go across water, so it's always a good early research thing to do. Always go for a trooper, so I've got more troops. So let's end this turn. As you can see, there's some aliens there. At the moment, they won't attack. They don't attack for probably about 30-40 turns maybe on the medium setting.
We could imagine nothing.
So explore those ruins, which means I gain some drones. So I've now got some xenomorphs, which I can also use for exploring. So we'll use those to try and explore. Okay, and that's gained 2 ranks, which has made it better. So if I get them to explore down, get those to explore downward, and these guys carry on going that way. So I've got both directions covered. So I'll see if they can find anything, and these guys will see if they can find anything. So now land units can embark on water transports, which is really useful. And then the colony ship dismantling is extremely useful. So I want to go to those ruins. Don't want to go through that stuff because it's fungus and it causes you damage. Okay, so they can explore those ruins. So I've got some food from that for growth. And then I'll be able to go to those next turn. And these guys can carry on exploring. Right, so my city has grown, and I gained some research from that, so I've instantly finished the dismantling. I can research something with 1 turn now, so let's go for an infernal pre-igniter. I can order 1 unit, so he'll carry on exploring, in that turn. So 6 other factions will land on here as well. So as you see, I've now got the Hellfire research, which is a weapon. Basically, it's got a kind of troop designer exactly, almost like Alpha Centauri again. So you can choose a weapon. So give them a flamethrower, which confers different bonuses. So flamethrower is much better against biological units, but it's not very good against mechanical at all, and is not as effective against airborne units. Whereas you've got the lance gun, which is okay against biological units, and is not too great against mechanical, but it has got as much of the drawback as the other gun. Then you can choose to have some armour. First one you normally research is steel, and then also a device which can infer many different bonuses. So I'm not going to change him at the moment. Yeah, see, that will unlock a device, a deadlock illusion field, which gives you 25% strength when defending. So some of the bonuses can be quite useful. So I can't explore down there because they're blocking the way, and I don't want to engage them yet. So what I'm better off doing is just heading up there and see if I can explore that way. So now I've got those troops there, so I'll get them to hold position at the town. Now I've got no buildings at the moment. Field training, which is an operation, which comes under there. Which basically this means I can give +1 to all units in my territory. So all these units here have now ranked up once. So I can do that 3 times because I have 3 available. And you get all different abilities like orbital bombardment and things like that, which you can use on the map. So if we get another colonial troop, no, actually let's get a former, which is basically your basic worker unit, which can terraform the ground to what you need. So let's send him, see what we can explore. No, let's end turn. So we've got another ruin there. So that seems to be, I haven't seen this before, but so the Garden of Eden. It seems to be quite a useful thing. You've got 5 food, 1 crystal, and 1 morale. Right, and we'll move them over there. Okay, and I gained some more drones, so that gives me more units to explore with, which is very handy. So now I can do just explore in different directions. So I've got quite a few units for exploring now, which means I can get more ruins. So now that one's finished, so now we have adaptive fortification, which will give me a bunker wall for my city. 3 units need all authorizations. Let's see. And right, so these guys can go up there. Okay, let's end turn. Yeah, if you go into any of this fungus stuff, it'll cause damage to you. So those guys, as you see, he'll lose combat power after his next turn. Okay, you can gain 15 minerals from that. As she's now 2.3. Okay, so these guys go that way, and these guys will go that way. Okay, and that's some more food. Still some orders left for those, so go up that way. Yep, so if we move on again, nothing there at the moment. Move these guys over here. So we're in turn. So as you can see, versus operations and defending units. So that gives me a power bonus to my defending units. And you've got another bunch of skills here, so that will give me a new vehicle. That will give me a missile launcher. That will give me something to build in the city actually, and so will that. So that's like minerals and for other stuff, and training facilities. So now, so those things are very useful because they give you a science bonus. Okay, some more runes, more drones, which is very, very good. This is probably one of my best starts so far. Previous starts have not gone as well. First time I've encountered somebody, so let's see if I can get a non-aggression pack. Okay, that's good. So I've now got non-aggression with one of the factions. Okay, so got 2 more ruins to explore. It's not a bad start actually, to be honest. Quite happy with this one. Okay, he's a bit surrounded. Luckily they're not aggressive yet. And these ones can go up to there. That's more research gained. Not quite sure how that works, but hey, they seem to be able to use boats. Okay, I can now build a refining array. Accept open borders. Get some more minerals, and we'll carry on exploring up this way. We'll probably encounter somebody else sooner or later, because it's explored quite a lot of encountering too many people so far. So that's going quite well. We'll get that for the food bonuses, so I can get more growth. Those formers seem to take forever to make. Okay, right, so that's the first AI city. Probably conquer that quite effectively actually. Don't even know why I bothered making peace. Probably just move my entire force up here and conquer it. Might be easier. Yes, let's move all my units that way. Send them in to attack it. Might as well while I've got the advantage, as we haven't had too many turns yet, so better to start backstabbing actually. There's some more runes up there actually. So no thank you, I don't really want a research pact. So I might move these to my home city in a bit, once I've finished exploring. Right, so now we've got a former, so let's automate it to make some space and build some farming things. Ooh, colonizer. Refining array is good, but I think a colonizer will be nice, and then a refining array and an adaptive bunker wall. So what I might do now is start moving these guys back down to the city. Yeah, it's probably the best thing to do, so move him back to probably around here. So yeah, he's got his orders, he'll make his way down. Oh, seem to have missed one there. Move him down, and move him down as well. Probably settle around here because of the observatory, which is quite useful. And I'll make Actually, I better move my men back down as well. Probably the best idea. Choose research. So get some steel armor. So let's move everybody down slowly but surely. Get my army in a defensive position because I've got quite a big army for once. Give it a few turns. Okay, so right, come on. Okay, so armor and more food. Got quite a bit of food now. Yeah, training facility will be useful. So I want to move some of the army back to the city. So if we move 2 units back, and then I'll have 2 drones for defending. When I move the colony back, so these guys. Then I don't want to go for the research. Or would it be a more sensible idea to? Actually, more sensible idea would probably be to build around here. So yeah, because I don't really want to spread my cities out too far. Although building in those mountains would not provide as much food, but more minerals. Okay, cool. Non-aggression pact, always good. Okay. Right, let's move our army to. Actually, I'm probably am going to settle there. Actually, it's the best place. Being a bit indecisive where to settle. Okay, and these 2 should be arriving back shortly. Yeah, let's get the Seekers. 2 turns until it's finished. The interface in this game is pretty good as well. Gives you enough information, so I know the colonizer's got 2 turns. The city's at 6. They're going to defend the position, and they're going to hold that position. That seems to be quite a diverse biome, so probably be the best one to colonize. Right, okay, and he's going to hold position here as well. And actually, I might want to heal him. One good thing you can also do is upgrade your troops on the fly, which is always handy. Costs a bit of credits, but so say this guy will just click refit, so I can just go into the workshop, pick the colonial trooper, give him some steel armor, which increases his power by 25%, but increases the production cost by 25% as well. And then you've got that, which gives him a 25% bonus when defending. So it's always worth to get those. And just refit it to the latest design. Press OK. And next turn he shall refit to the latest defensive design. Okay, and then you can just put them to guard. Those 2 will hold that position while I move my colonizer up there. So I now have a Seeker, which will be ground unit. Useful. It seems to be slow as hell for the colonizer to get up there, and it takes damage from the fungus, which is really annoying. But it will get there intact, and that's the main thing. A lot of xenomorphs there. Aggression is going to be starting from them sooner or later. So we're now there. Okay, so as you can see, hammerhead missile. It's better versus mechanical, but does less damage versus biological. And to be honest, biological damage is quite important this early in the game, because there's so many xenomorphs around. It's worth having the biological damage. Okay, so we'll get the city out now, and that's a new city. We'll start researching into the next things. Some really good research options. If you wanted to, you could rush colonization fever, which is really good because it gives you a free colonizer. Also good for going heavy war machines early. Pollution processor is also handy. So we now have that built, so we want that, and the wall. And that will take a few turns to complete. But as the city grows, its production will improve anyway. So this will grow in 2 turns. And my former will make its way up there as well.
There is so much pollution.
Okay. Nope, my former will make its way back down. That is the only disadvantage with automation, but doesn't matter. It makes it easier than micromanaging it. Okay, so I got a gate left there, so at the moment we're making 6 credits, so that's not too bad. See how much money we can make from this field.
Maybe
okay,
this
so
world is
we now get
another
this.
planet's hell. Aldous Huxley.
So alien aggression is imminent, so that means that they're going to start attacking soon, which can be thoroughly annoying. So hold position. Let's give these some field training just to make sure they're ready. Improve their strength. So they need to hold the city. Looks like he's taking some damage, so let's heal him. So now we got that coming on. Yeah, so that allows me to get rid of fungus, which is very handy because that stuff is really annoying. Okay, so that's the first attack. So let's get those drones healed again. Okay, that's where it might be worth. Can I quick buy one yet? 192. No, so I might put a trooper. To the top of my to-do list. Let's get rid of those for now and just put the trooper there. These can wait. So it saves the progress you've already made on a building, so that's a pretty neat feature. So 11 turns for a colonial trooper. As you can see, they're attacking now. So those guys defended it successfully. This one could be handy. You can gives you more chance to convert, but I'm not too fussed by that, to be honest. Let's heal him. So these guys should be able to hold the city. We'll see. The colonial trooper should hopefully finish to give me some extra defense. Damn, I should have defended with that. Oh well, the former managed to do what it needed to do. Let's get that pollution processor done. So yeah, they seem to be attacking a lot now. So we'll try and heal again. Might need to rush this troop, so I've got some extra troops there. There we go. Okay, so formers can now clear fungus. Oh, that colonial troop's not in good condition. Heal. Let's put that to the top. Getting that bunker out's important, as it gives the defensive bonuses, so it's definitely worth it. Yeah, apartments, so I don't have any habitat issues. Okay, so xenomorphs can hold.
The slum is the
So yeah, it's about as annoying as Mindworm attacks. If you played the original Alpha Centauri, which was really freaking annoying. Okay, so the Colonial Troopers should be able to hold this now. Yep. Okay, they've got another combat rank, so their combat strength increases. And we'll just put them on to heal for now. Okay, and these guys go on guard again. That now has a pollution processor. Might be worth. Workshop, Seeker, Hammerhead. Biological unit seems to be the biggest threat. Let's get some armour on it. And some deadlock illusion fields. Although I don't know, the xenomorph processor might be useful. Actually, yeah, see if we can convert some natives. So let's build that Seeker and try and convert some of these native xenomorphs into our side. Save us some time in getting troops. It's be the easiest way to get troops. So let's heal him. Okay, we've got some habitats now. Let's get some titanium plating so we get better armour. Okay, so they're going to attack again. Right, that's dead. Luckily, I don't think that's going to attack yet. If it does, I'm in big trouble. Right, let's heal. Let's see how Bonaparte's doing. Yeah, they're still holding out. They haven't been attacked yet because they're not too near any hives. Nearest one's that hive's quite near. Let's see how they're doing on the building. Excellent. Let's rush that. Let's get it out and converting if it can. Right. Let's see what we can convert. We've got the apartments and then start getting some wealth. Titanium armor. Let's try converting them. There we go. Nice. So that's a good conversion. Let's heal him. And high velocity projectiles. Get that one back to the city as well, so they can heal. Heal that one up. We can heal the other xenomorphs up as well, and heal them up as well. So heal, and defend with that as well. So this town's growing quite well. There's a lot of food around. A lot of xenomorphs attacking. So, and turn again. Okay, so headhunters, which aren't too bad, although they've got minus 50. Not the greatest. Tanks. Okay, let's send this back out. It ain't going to be able to. No, victory chance of 0. So that is pointless. Let's. Not worth trying it with. We'll have open borders. Okay, and now going to stay in my city and protect it. So we'll keep him at the city as well because there's no point in sending him out. So now the city's quite well defended, and we'll have him hold position. The next ones we design, no, I don't want that weapon on there. I'll have the deadlock illusion field, which is a bit better for defensive wise. Okay, the city's got a drone and a drone. Right, how's it doing on the production wise? Well, we could always get the apartment after. Getting quite a lot of money now from the wealth, so I'm going to start clearing these areas out soon though. Once we get tanks, I think I'll start clearing out the areas so I can start colonising. Okay, now we got tanks. So, assault tactics are good because it gives you bonus damage. So it gives you 25% when you try 25% extra strength when you try attacking, which is a very useful thing. So let's go to the workshop and stick on some titanium. Defensive one will do for now. You can use the hammerhead missiles, but no, it's more useful with the guns at the moment. So, well, we'll take it off wealth. We'll get the tank out and then put it back on wealth. If really needed, I can buy another former, so I might do that later once I've cleared out the area a bit. Right. Okay, yep. Bonaparte is growing quite well. Okay, let's see, assault tactics are up now. Industrial automation, yeah, let's get the production up a bit more. Really could do with some research bonuses, but there we go. Some tanks with 8.1 strength, so let's use them to get rid of some of these xenomorphs, which seem to be quite... Okay, so they've got a strength of 12. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill them all, but let's weaken them a little bit. Get rid of their queen at least. Right, and let's heal. Right, so that you just saw there was a scan. You get an ability later to scan as well. But I'll try and get rid of some of these so I clear out some space. Right, they've got no chance attacking that city. There's quite a lot of defence there. And right, get into hill. So the hill rate on this is quite good. Well, for this faction anyway. Ah, cool. And there's a production increase. So doing good for minerals and for food. Right. Let's get that free colonizer. I gained a combat rank. Yeah, let's kill some more and gain some more combat ranks. Let's fortify him. Okay, he can heal. I really should upgrade those troops and I've got the cash actually. Oh crap, now that's a problem. Right, so the main thing to do at this city right now is to speed by a tank. Right, so this needs to heal. Now the bigger creatures have started attacking. As you can see, they're starting to kill my troops. Which can be a problem. So now that tank's going to need to heal. It's like I speedball a tank. And I will probably change the troop design so they now have titanium armor instead. Okay, yep. And speed by some more troops. Just don't want to run out of defences. Okay, so open borders with them as well, I think. And let's hold position there. So, getting attacked at all angles at the moment. Luckily I have a lot of units in defence. So let's clear out this hive as quick as possible. Yep, they're all dead. Right. So this tank is not in good condition and lost some more drones. And I do not have money to replace anything at the moment. Okay, there goes that. Not looking good. They need to heal. He'll be dead soon anyway. Great, I have a colonizer. Not useful at the moment. Hold position for now. These tanks need to heal. So yeah, the native life can be a bit troubling and a bit powerful. So let's see what we got. Yes, let's do some xenology. Okay, so we've killed that off. I've only got drones left in this city. Not in the best of conditions. Ah crap, and the big creature decides to attack. Not good. So now that city's defenceless, which is a big issue. I might have enough to buy something to defend it with. Thank God for that I do. So next turn. Whew, that was close. This is not looking good. I'm going to need to move this tank up to that city to defend it. Which is not what I want to be doing. And they're going to get attacked all the way up to there, so let's hold position and heal. See, they're about to get attacked again, and those guys are not back at full percentage strength yet. Let's hope I just get enough time. Right, so this should minus the alien aggression a little bit, one hopes. Let's get some more, so I can get some condiments. Right, let's defend with that one, and then let's get. I need the cash at the moment. Right, okay, so they've got 4.3 strength, so they've got quite a bit of strength. So they should be able to defend for a little while. Okay, so these tanks are in a little bit of trouble at the moment. Right, so let's... Oh, we can quick buy some more troops, so that should save this city for now. Next turn they'll have... There we go. So, they're at better strength than they were. And these tanks seem to be doing quite a good job of holding everything off. Oh, they're being attacked again. Yep, they're dead as well. Well, these tanks are going to be quite highly ranked after this, so let's try and keep them alive. Oh, they just keep coming. I might have to retreat with them actually. Okay, so I can now build a satellite uplink. I'm going to have to pull these tanks back for now. And these guys are going to need to heal. Right, so quantum physics lab would be good for research bonus. Eesh, no, it's not really that useful. So let's go for the research bonus. Right, that can fortify until it's healed. Right, so on the automated factories, and the recon satellite uplink will be nice. This can't stop producing wealth at the moment. Not while I need the troops here. I think once I've got 3 garrison units, I should be okay. So he'll defend. The tank should be healed again soon. Okay, yeah, that tank still needs to heal some more. Okay, so that's one of the guys who've already been taken out. Okay, hold position. So you got tanks coming in. Quite a few tanks actually. I don't like the look of that. Let's get some more colonial troopers here. Just for defence. So the city should be a lot safer now. So let's hold position, heal. Okay, and with this city we'll get rid of the wealth, get those factories going, and that. Especially the factories will be useful. Yeah, still got +7 income, so let's take a survey and do that. Right, so that tank is now healed. Let's get it out here and try killing that frickin' hive. Not good. Right, so let's get them on there. When on sea, their damage is reduced significantly. Because of boats, obviously. Boats get quite high damage, but they're not actual boats, so... Right, it's almost reduced that defense, so hold position. So this city should be quite secure now. So they can attack it to their heart's content, but they aren't going to win. Right, he's just going to heal. Let's finish those guys off. Right, finally, they're all dead. And it's just those ones left. From that smaller hive up there, I'm guessing. So what we shall do... Now that there is some space clear around there, we'll get the colonizer and take it to there. So I really could do with another colony, which they'll defend. He's going to heal. Right, and we're going to build a city there. Colonizer, build a city next turn. Now we get decent cannons again. So aim is to hold position and defend the new city, which we'll build that first, and then that. Automated factory is important. Just build everything basically. Apartments, laboratory, recon satellite, and a trading facility. Their orders are to hold that, so the amount of xenomorphs they're attacking just need to hold the defensive line. You know that tank is getting ridiculously powerful now. It's killed so many. That's what I like. As soon as I get extra techs and stuff, I'll be able to upgrade that tank to be quite powerful. Okay, so they're about to finish. Let's put the wealth in the bottom of the queue. Well, let's have a non-aggression pact with him. I'm trying to play it quite peacefully. Build up my strength, and then attack. So, Serenity Cannon. It's okay on its bonuses, but not the greatest. Right. And that will give me watercraft now, so I can have boats. Not really, I don't want a research pact at the moment. Okay, so just a recon satellite uplink left to go, which I now have, which is excellent. Okay, so now I might rush by a former because we've got quite good protection. Not best, but oh yeah, open borders is fine with me. Okay, so now we've got pulse laser. That's basically a decent upgrade to weapons. So we'll now move that to my territory. Yep, trading pact will be nice. Okay, so there's spitters there still. Haven't quite finished off that hive. So now as you notice I've got satellite scan, which is basically just your basic scan of territory so you can see what's going on. So if I wanted to I could do that and it would reveal a small amount of territory for me. Still a queen there, so that might be worth taking out later. But I want to get some tile improvement going. So non-aggression pact. Maybe a former was not the best idea. Okay, so we get quantum physics laboratory. Then once that's built, we'll switch to wealth. Okay, let's end this turn. Okay, I think for this video we're going to call it here. As you can see, we're doing quite well, so I will make another video with the next part of this playthrough. So if you've liked this video, please like and subscribe,